What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Daily Chat, Season 7, Episode 7 for April the 25th, 2022. How's everybody doing today? What is going on? News, man. You know what? Episodes tend to come out when there's really big news, and today is no exception. That's right, man. Twitter has accepted Elon Musk's deal to buy it. With the whole back and forth and poison pills and arsenic and all the rat poisons that they were going to do to the market. Ultimately, man, the almighty dollar won out in the end. And for $54.20, 420, nice. So stupid. Anyways, for $54.20, they ended up accepting the deal. So this is going to be kind of a purchase by Elon Musk with half the funding coming from Morgan Stanley. So about $25 billion-ish, give or take. Look, it's one of those things that we were really kind of watching on pins and needles. They halted trading midway through the day in order to do this announcement because obviously with speculation and everything, options traders are going to do, puts and all that. So they definitely halted trading, and yeah, Elon Musk's apparent plan is to take the company private, so he's doing a share buyback, and we're just gonna have to wait and see how this goes. But this is the biggest news of today, and one that we were all kind of wondering what's gonna happen in terms of when he takes over the company. Is he gonna unban people? Is he gonna unban things like Trump's account? We don't know. Trump said he won't come back. He's more than happy on his personal little social media platform, whatever the hell it's called, because no one uses it. We're going to have to wait and see. But yes, the biggest news of today is Elon Musk has indeed purchased Twitter, or is purchasing Twitter. The shareholders have accepted it, which is the biggest hurdle of it all. Although I'm a little confused. I thought deals this big had to go through some type of government approval body, but I don't know, maybe that's a corporate buyout. I'm not super smart in that respect. I'm not really sure what the legalities of it are. And yeah, that's just all I got. For $43 billion for it just to kind of go through is really kind of mind blowing to me of all things. But I'm a fat idiot. What do I know? And speaking of fat idiots, let's talk about Blizzard. They came out with their quarter report today, and they are down 60 million active monthly users. So across the board, they just kind of were down. The only facet, the only extension of Blizzard that was really up was King, which is the makers of Candy Crush. They were up by 8.8%. But once again, they're holding out a lot of hope to bring people back with WoW Dragonflight, with Diablo Immortal, with Overwatch 2. And they say the blame for this is primarily Call of Duty. It just didn't perform the way that it normally does. Call of Duty Mobile performed as expected, but Vanguard and whatever the new one is, Warzone, Cold War, Black Ops, Cold War, whatever, those just didn't go the way that they wanted. So yeah, down a lot of users. But they are also slated to be bought out by Microsoft in the coming months. Hopefully by the end of this year, I think. We'll wait to see. You never know. Who knows? Maybe Microsoft can get it for a cheaper deal than $70 billion if they're going to be hemorrhaging players that badly. But we're not done with the Blizzard train yet, because I did bring up Diablo Immortal, which is, don't you guys have phones? That guy. Well, don't you guys have phones? Apparently not a lot of people do, because now they are going to bring it to PC. This was something everybody saw coming. No one should be surprised by this. And of course, they gave their very standard PR statement of, if we didn't bring it to PC, people would emulate it, and that wouldn't do the title justice. It would be an inferior experience with inferior controls rather than a native application. While that is a true statement, it's not wrong. It's a very PR answer of, people would just emulate it, and they're probably going to hack the game and just destroy the experience for everyone else. So, of course, they're going to bring a PC version. But I bet you now, some people who didn't think about emulating the game now have that idea in their head. So they might still just do that. We know they're not going to go with the full on microtransaction, like, you know, big dick cash shop right out the gate, but it's coming. Just like with Lost Ark, it's coming. So play it. Obviously, a lot of people are going to play this game. This game is going to be so crazy popular, not because it's a good game. I bet you it's a mediocre game at best, but it's going to be so crazy popular because people want to see, through all the drama, what did Blizzard come out with. They want to see it. This is going to be the thing that drags people in, is just with all the controversy, with all the drama surrounding don't you guys have phones, they want to see what it's all about now. So this game will be crazy popular for at least the first little bit. It depends on how well do they hook players in the end. I know Lost Ark is losing some players right now, so their hook is obviously not that great. It's good enough, but we'll see where Diablo Immortal lands in that stage too. Speaking of Blizzard again, we have Overwatch 2 beta access. They will be giving away keys for the Overwatch 2 beta through Twitch drops, and they're going to be doing it starting on April 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern. Here is a list of all of the streamers who are taking part in this. I'll be honest, I have no idea who most of these people are. I've never even heard of most of them. But of course, you got the biggies in there. You got the XQCs, the Pokemains. Who else the hell else is in here that I would actually recognize? Cypher PK. He'll be taking part in this. I bet you Nick Merckx is probably up in here somewhere. Nicky Merckx. Nope. Looks like I'm wrong. Nicky Merckx is not in here. Lulu Lovely. So most of your favorite streamers will be taking part in this. So you can just tune in and maybe you can win a key for a game that, for the love of God, we hope is not as toxic as the last one. Finally, and this is the thing that's very, very small. Okay? It's very small in reference to the rest of the articles today. But this is probably one of the best quality of life improvements to the internet that you will be getting. More than Elon Musk buying Twitter. And that is Google has incorporated now a reject all cookies button in Europe. Right there, you see it. They are now going to be including a reject all, which I hope to God, or whatever God you pray to, we get it here in North America. We need a reject all, because even according to their own stats, most people accept the cookies, but only 3% actually want the cookies. I know everybody in my own personal circle will absolutely want and crave the reject all button. You click accept all mainly because it's just the easier thing to do. But yeah, reject all, best quality of life improvement. The best quality of life improvement you're probably getting all day. And other than that, guys, that is your daily chat. So big news today all around in all the different spheres: social media, business, internet, the whole nine. Guys, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hey, why don't you hit that sub button, leave a comment in the comment box down below. Maybe hit that dislike button. I don't really care. YouTube calls it engagement all the same. And I've been Arif, and I'll see all of you on the next video. Bye.